that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbook to position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can partially be attributed to the two empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune aren't present, and probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she is making up for Shizune's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Mataus approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about? Probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out of the hallway, into the hallway. Mataus stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he is trying to say. Not knowing what is going on, I wait silently. So, tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Mutao to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You've had a week to settle in now, so how are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how is your condition? The pause before condition seems a little unnecessary. Haven't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer of relief passes across Matao's face. Good, that's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense. I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at normal school, you have to realize that you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are and how to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, that's a start, I guess. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We are not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Matao taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there that realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah. You've got to keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. Wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Matao's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. I think in hindsight that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's go back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Matao pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back into the classroom. A few of the students jump at the center of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they are working on the questions on the board. Some don't even bother, their heads slumped in the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear Matao does not even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got to him there. The class returns to near silence, then Matao and I left in before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest, or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away, and until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers to these problems by Monday. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. Look, Jesus Christ. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to the last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekends with the festival and all tomorrow. Apart from me, Hanako's the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I would expect that moving around is at least nominally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and I initially don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that, or anything else either. So an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages on my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading. My pencil lead splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. The sounds of my irritated sigh and subsequent fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Her name is all it takes for Hanako to jump up from her desk and run to Lily. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag, pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. About another 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished and there's nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else, either. The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing around like little worker bees. You wouldn't guess the school day is over. It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quick as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite. The midday sun seems to be draining all spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. I yawn lazily, thinking about what I'd do. I'll drop off my books at the dorms first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji's in his room. No! On the way to the dorms, I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having the weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her and she skids to a stop. Yo, Hisao! Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively but her smile is wide, as it appears always is. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling she is examining me. What you doing? Nothing, really. I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing something important. That's perfect, then you can help me and Rin. With the festival preparations, I'm not sure if I would be of much help. That's fine, I'm not much help either. Amy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school quite forcefully. Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself simply trying to keep up. The stairs slow Emmy down a little bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. We go all the way back to the third floor, into the seniors' hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy had I known. So is Rin working on that mural still? That's right, she needs all kinds of paint and brushes and stuff. So I went to get them from the art classroom. You need me to help with that? Well, Rin told me you had already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind. I see. So thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again collecting stuff from the art classroom for the other people. The room is emptied apart from ourselves, and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny, crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. While she tries to make sense of the scrawled handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials lying around. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in an almost in a most unorganized fashion. Some look like they have been left there for several decades, relics of previous art club generations. Next to the heavy stacks are neatly piled drawing paper, are boxes full of different sized brushes and unassorted crayons. Oh, I think I might stop here for today, or for now. I don't know if I'll do it later, but, thank you guys for watching, and, yeah. I know it kind of gets dull to rewatch, and if you want to skip ahead, I mean, I'll probably label it or something. I'm not sure. I've labeled when Shizune's walkthrough starts for future reference. But, yeah, so, thank you guys for watching. Bye. Hey guys, we are back. It is, oh, I guess it's 12:30, but I woke up around 11:50, so if I seem a little groggy, sleepy, Jesus Christ, if I seem sleepy, as that just showed, that's why I just wanted to get recording in today. I don't like to record this when people are in the house, so, I never did get to recording Pokemon last night. I was just trying to render, and I had, like, so many things up, so it was kind of slow on rendering. It's been slow on rendering, too, but whatever. Anyways, let's continue as my chair won't stop fucking squeaking. I don't know if you guys can hear. I don't think so. Smells of paint. Well, next to heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes full of different sized brushes. Oh, I already read that last time. Damn. The smells of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper float in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form that unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them to markings on various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look on the topmost shelf, but it's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks up to the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, huffing in annoyance. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to speed read the labels during the fraction of a second she can see them and catch what she can. It's no surprise that she fails miserably and almost manages to bring the entire shelf crashing down. Now I see why me lending a hand here would be useful. Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height. You are not! She turns around, flaring scorn, flushed cheeks and all. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She glares at me one more time, but I can't come up with a retort. With a grudging humph, she turns her back to me. So I begin scrounging around the top shelf for paint, while below Emmy crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboard. I know something she can scavenge. Whoa! I shake my head a little after... He's shaking his head just because, yeah. Because of my joke. There we go. After double checking to ensure... I shake my head a little after double checking to ensure she can't see me do so. And me having a complex about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak spots. Yeah, you dick. Only after we finish collecting... Sorry, I was trying to adjust my mic. I don't like it just gets annoying. Spread out on a desk like a treasure hunter's spoils do. I realized that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. She might not like to be told she can't do something, like jump. But Emmy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. She is that type of person? At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart, as she chatters away happily while we pick up the rest of the items, and then make our way back to Rin. I chivalrously carry the bulk of the materials as we make our way towards the dormitories. Rin is really stressed about getting her painting done. It's her own fault, though. She should have started earlier. Is she going to make it? No idea. It looks Looks good to me, but with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning. Oh, sorry. Morning, lying in front of the dorms in fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. I can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. Now she's painting again like crazy. Yeah, I've noticed she kind of comes off as unhinged, so to speak. Amy giggles at that, as well as at my likely too obvious awkwardness. I don't mind it, she's just a little weird sometimes. On that I agree with her. Unlike me, Emmy seems to be cool with Rin's whatever it is that feels so off about her. Still, they don't feel close like Misha and Shizune do. With them working as a single entity sometimes, it's hard to say where one ends and the other begins, even though they're so different, just like Emmy and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all. Different from anyone else I've met. Yeah, I guess she's a very unique person. I return to that word again, as it encompasses Rin's personality by itself, but really, it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Emmy giggles as I grasp about for a proper descriptive word. She's just weird. You know, earlier she just spent half an hour sitting on her box and stared at her toes. She giggles again in a way that makes me think she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just is. All that time. The working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken over even more of the wall since I last saw it. The disfigured human figures have been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird, imaginary things populating spaces between. It looks nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the work concisely and comprehensively, so I settled myself on a nondescript nice. But honestly, it seems that the area around the walls becomes untidier at the same rate as the mural progress. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. Oh shit. Ugh. Sorry. Rin herself is in the center of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy, as if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to her knees, exposing her thin legs, which sport a drying spectrum of war paintings, similar to those on Emmy's face. Emmy sprints to Rin ahead of me, gleefully jumps in front of her. I'm back! That was fast. Did you run in the corridors again? Hisao helped me. Emmy points victoriously at me. Rin turns around, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking at my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant glazed stare that focuses slightly off me. And movements like in a slow-motion movie. Oh, god damn it. Hello, Hisao. Thank you for the help. Don't mention it. I just did. Never mind. Looks like you've made progress. Looking good as far as I can tell. You're not supposed to, but now you get more bad luck. I know, but I'm willing to take the risk. That's a very nice thing to say, for me, of course, not for you. This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished paintings. So artists can't find romance, their favorite TV shows are cancelled, or they die young because of an unspecified disease. That's a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Unless they are blind. She considers this for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep. There is a boy. At the art club, you see. Blind boy. So he doesn't see. You already told me. I glance sideways at Emmy. She glances back in the way that tells me she has heard this one before, too. Neither of us says anything to Rin, though, so she continues her monotone soliloquy like an underfunny stand-up comedian. He should become an artist. Not bad luck, guaranteed. Don't you think that would be a good idea? Oh, god damn it! The only blind people should become artists? No, not as such. Ellipsis, you might have a point. Bending this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I think I recognize but can't remember the name of. Emmy arranges the supplies we brought and moves a few paint cans around, trying to bring some organization to the scene. Emmy, I need the Prussian blue paint. Which one's Prussian blue? She is staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with a different tone of blue. It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it. Geez, Rin, you're not helping at all. I look around as well, even though I don't know what a Prussian blue looks like either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussia. Or what Prussia even is. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. I already said this. It was a country forever ago. Maybe not forever ago. I don't remember when it dissolved, but it's no longer in existence. While none of the blues look more Prussian than the others, the small print on the labels is legible enough to determine that none say anything about the contents being Prussian. There's no Prussian blue here. Emmy heaves a sigh. I guess I have to go back and get some. I promised to help with our class project, though, so I'll be back a bit later. Can you manage without it for a few hours? Rin nods, and so Emmy leaves. I stay because I like watching Rin paint, and because I have nothing better to do. I sit on a box and pick up today's book from my bag. It's a story about 3 guys drinking beer for 2 weeks straight and doing little else. Rin moves from the spot that was in need of blue and starts slowly working on another. Her foot works the brush steadily against the plastered wall. Layers of paint on top of layers of paint, the mural slowly gains more form. Damn it, I knew I should have waited a little longer, but I'm like, no, I should be awake enough for this. I am awake enough, just I keep fucking yawning. I turn the pages at a leisurely pace. In this chapter, they are drinking beer at the protagonist's friend's place. In the previous ones, it was the protagonist's own apartment. It's not a page-turner kind of book, a slice of someone's imaginary life that makes me wonder why it had to be written. Why, indeed, the reason of doing something creative. It's something incomprehensible. Like why Rin does paintings. It feels like she and Emmy are the same good squarely against their fates, as if it's just out of spite. Rin even said something like that. Do something you can't just because you can. Is that what she meant? Is that her reason? It might be Emmy's. She came off as quite a headstrong person. Rin doesn't give off that kind of air. Thinking about it, she doesn't give off any kind of air. Or maybe a different kind every time I talk with her. Why did she say that what she said? Why does she or anyone at all paint, or draw, or sculpt, or write? I've never had much of a creative impulse, so I don't think I can really understand it. It makes me feel hollow inside. What a good thought. I can't really decide whether it's true or not either. Am I content being this way? I can't deny I'm feeling a bit envious of Rin, but I really can't consider a flaw of any kind. I'm myself and she is herself. This is deep shit, man. Still, I do need to find something that could make me feel a little less lost about myself instead of just drowning myself in these books as I did in the hospital. I can't help but feel disoriented. The new school lifestyle and people around me contribute heavily to this sensation. I'm trying my best to fit into existing social circles, and most of the people I've met have been really nice. It still feels like I'm an outsider, though, like I don't belong. I shake the feelings off, realizing that I'm spacing out. I have neither turned a page of the book nor done anything for Rin. She's trying to pour some paint into a big can using only her feet, have not bothering to ask me, or maybe she did and I didn't hear. Either way, it looks very unstable. I quickly jump to help her, as it looks like she's about to spill the entire contents she can all over the pavement. I take the can from her feet and pour some into the bowl. She doesn't say anything, neither do I. I catch a glimpse of her eyes looking silently at me from under her unkempt bangs. It's an unreadable expression, a perfect poker face mixed with a hint of something like a mild surprise. I wonder what she is thinking. Maybe she's wondering about what I'm thinking. Maybe nothing. A penny for your thoughts. Do you have any pennies with you? I don't think I do. Then I don't think I will tell. I'm not thinking anything either, so you're in luck. Except now I just did. She frowns, looking very unsatisfied. It's hard not to think about anything, but it's important. About to ask why it's important when some old guy walks up to us looking like he has some business with Rin. Oh, jeez. Good afternoon. How's it going? Are we going into Rin's playthrough? Because I'm going to have to go edit a title for a rendered video if that's the case. Luckily, I haven't uploaded any of this walkthrough yet. I've uploaded all the other ones, except for most of them are privated. So, kind of making it easier on me. I just go and unprivate and, everything's good. Good afternoon. How's it going? I can make it. Rin doesn't take her eyes off the wall and responds so naturally that I can only assume they know each other. I haven't seen this man before, so I naturally wonder who he might be. Maybe a teacher? His hair has faded to a silvery gray, so much that it looks artificially dyed. I hope that's not the case. Small round glasses hangs on the bridge of his nose, but it appears he's constantly looking over the lenses rather than through them. He's studying the mural intently over said glasses. Good, good. What bold composition you have here. He moves to inspect the mural closer, talking to himself about it in a way that makes it obvious he wants us to hear it too. Very good indeed. I don't really know what to make of it, but Rin doesn't seem to care much. She's looking around her working space, the various bowls of different tones scattered all around over. Hisao? A little more of this. Give me a second. I pour a 50-50 mix of two paints into a bowl to create more of the same pale pink tone Rin was using to fill up the shape of a man's face. Rin watches me doing so, which makes me feel nervous somehow. Her face is unassuming that it feels she's just waiting for me to do something wrong. The man turns to reckon me as well, looking surprised as if he noticed my presence only just now. Maybe he did. Why, hello there. Who might you be? I'm a transfer student to Class 3-3 Hisao Nikai. Nice to meet you. Matao's class, eh? Well, I won't hold that against you. He laughs very loudly, obnoxiously loudly. A few small birds take flight from a nearby tree. I'm Shinichi Nomiya. Oh, he is a teacher. The art teacher. Oh, of course, I called it before, right? 3 words before, prior to him identifying himself. So this is the art teacher. In retrospect, should have guessed that much. He even looks like one. As far as first impressions go, how did you come to end up assisting my protege? I wish I knew. No! I'm not interested in the art club. I just kind of stuck with her, I think. I keep wondering that myself. The lack of anything better to do, probably. He lets out a hearty laugh, then checks his watch. I don't care whose playthrough I go through. I was aiming for Shizune, though. I really must take my leave now, Tezuka. I'm pleased to see that this little project is going so well. I just stopped by to remind you not to run off by yourself tomorrow. I've invited certain people to the festival for you, and I'm sure they'd like to meet you as well. Also, Monday's club meeting is off since I'm going out of town. Guess you kids can do something among yourselves if you want to. He leaves, turning around flamboyantly, then walking off as dramatically as it's possible to walk. What a weird teacher. I'll be off too. See you around, Loren. Holding up a hand, I turn to go up the stairs to the dorms. Maybe if I can finish reading these books today, the entirety of tomorrow will be free for the festival. Maybe I haven't done Rins? I don't know how you get to Shizunes. No, there's no Act 2, so I'm not stuck with Rin. I've just never seen that before. I think that's why I slightly panicked. The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles on the plates for people with a craving for low quality food. Throw back a handful of morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. Don't talk to Kenji. There will be a few exams in the coming week. Why would they have it right before exams? That doesn't make any sense. But I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not worried about them, as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routines, I exit into the hallway. Okay, I'm skipping this Kenji scene if he does pop out. Intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I say to see what Kenji is up to. I'm curious if he has any plans. Then again, I can picture him sound. If you don't like this, I'm sorry, but Kenji fucking annoys the shit out of me. And look at all the time I'd waste talking to him. He slams the door shut and locks click closed. Damn, what the hell is wrong with Kenji? And to think I'm now going along with his craziness, it really makes me depressed. I feel like a failure. Jesus. Once I step outside, the din of the crowd greets me. The whole school is bustling with activity. There are stalls everywhere, and the crowd swarming between them is considerable. I didn't expect this festival would attract so many visitors. I have to admit that the people in charge of decorating the place put a lot of effort into it, and it really shows. People seem to be enjoying themselves, and the atmosphere is colorful, bright, and happy. That is, if I weren't suddenly in such a foul mood. Jeez, what the hell happened? At the moment, it's more annoying than anything else. Well, it can't be helped. I decided to stick with my original plan to eat, and then I guess I have to at least see what Kenji is up to on the roof. No, you don't. Ellipsis. I do a slow circle around the grounds to kill some time, looking at the stalls, but not feeling like playing any of the games anymore. The garish colors grind my eyes, and I feel more and more ill by the minute. I can't even decide what I want to eat, and the large selection combined with the masses of energetic festival visitors isn't helping. Oh god, this food looks so good. I just head towards the nearest stall that seems to offer something halfway edible and get in line. It turns out to be noodles. It also turns out to be not very good. Well, at least it's nourishment. It's not like I demand anything else at this point. As I stir my disagreeable noodles, I at least wonder what the others are doing right now. Shizune and Misha are definitely somewhere organizing things. I better steer clear of them. I guess they wouldn't forgive me so easily for leaving them alone with this thing. I expect Emmy to be buzzing all over the place, being depressingly cheerful. There's no chance to find her, but no chance to avoid her either, so it doesn't matter. Lily would probably be helping her class with the festival event and entirely too busy for another's company. Nako wouldn't want to talk to anyone anyway, either keeping to herself or helping Lily. Rin should be tending to her mural and is probably being unhelpful to any hypothetical interested parties. Going there for some peace and quiet seems like the nicest option of the above, but then again, I can't see having art forced on me raising my mood either, so I'll pass. Well, I was lost in thought. My food seems to have disappeared, and so has my hunger. I guess I just blocked out the experience of eating, which should be a good thing. Satiated but unsatisfied, I walk towards the main school building. An hour has almost passed already. Really? God, go help Shizune and Misha. The crowd's even thicker in here than it was outside. The hallways are almost unbearable. I don't even dare to think what it's like inside the classrooms. I head up the stairs to my destination, the roof. Thankfully, the door at the top isn't locked, but now that there's a handwritten sign on it. Off limits. Don't mind if I don't. The festival noise is surprisingly muted up here, and the rooftop looks deserted as expected. Near a place where the cyclone fence has collapsed, there is a pile of blankets that seem oddly out of place. Wait. Did that pile just move a little? That would be strange, as there is no wind at all. I carefully stick my hand out and give an experimental prod. Ah! Startled, I jump back. Who is it? God damn it, Kenji, it's me! Oh, damn, you scared me, man. So what are we doing up here? We're having a picnic. What? Yeah, I have blankets, pretzels, and whiskey. This is the ultimate setup, man. Oh, for fuck's sake. Though he does look somewhat normal right now. With his Gryffindor scarf. Whiskey? Aren't you a bit too young to drink alcohol? I'm 20, you know. You're not. I am, and so are you. What? That's absurd. Hey, at least you get something out of it. All I get is this bottle of whiskey. He's rambling incoherently, but I decided to play along. So, why do you have a bottle of whiskey? My mom couldn't come visit for the festival, so she sent me some expensive single malt instead. A likely story. Want some? Ellipsis. Are you kidding me? Oh, I wish I could take control and be like, no! It's not like I have anything to lose. This day can't possibly get worse. Why not? So his Sal got drunk. We sit down on the pile of blanket Kenji apparently dragged up here. He produces an almost full bottle of whiskey and passes it to me. You didn't even bring glasses? No, this is not some romantic princess picnic. What the hell, man? This is a manly picnic. No glasses. No napkins. Whiskey only, the beverage of true men. Whatever. And pretzels. I want some pretzels now, you fucker. I take a closer look at the bottle. 12-year-old single malt whiskey, as he said. Shrugging my shoulders, I take a swig. It burns in my throat like acid, but the taste isn't unpleasant. I feel it going straight into my head, and the aftertaste lingers in the back of my mouth, craving for another swig. We should outline our counteroffensive and trash talk women here, or they can't hear us. Damn, I forgot to bring my graphs. I decided to play a drinking game with myself. Every time Kenji mentions female conspiracy, I'll take a swig. Oh, he's gonna get so fucking plastered. 4 or 5 hours, or possibly several days later, I lost track. You shouldn't feel bad, man. Ease the fuck up. Seriously. I don't know if I should try doing the slurs. I just love this picture of Hisao and Kenji fucked up. I'm relaxed, god damn it. I'm telling you, it as I see it. Think about it. When did housing and land start becoming more and more expensive? When women began entering the workforce because it created two-income nuclear families. Yeah. I don't know if I should be attempting the drunk thing, but it's kind of amusing. Yeah, I forgot my graphs, but you'll just have to take my word for it. Women are connected to the decay of all society. I see. That's kind of hard to believe. Even if I say that, somehow everything Kenji says seems to make more sense now. No! Yeah, that. You see the mouse jumping up? That's me hitting the table. My hand kind of hurts. If it all fits together, but I don't know if it's because he can explain things more clearly when drunk, or because I understand everything better when drunk. No, man, think of the deeper implications. I was hoping drunk Kenji wouldn't be so blah. People could afford to start saying, oh well, since 2 members of the family are now earning money as opposed to 1, we could surely afford something like raising costs of ownership. I see your point, but land in Japan has always been expensive. And the price of land generally goes up when a country starts undergoing industrialization. But no, it's because of women. Correlation equals causation, you know. I thought correlation didn't equal causation. Well, whatever, maybe you're right. I'm always right. Yeah, I bet women created industrialization too, to cover their tracks. How diabolical. Oh, is this where Chilled Chaos got this? I wonder if it is. I don't know. I never got where he just said it. I thought that was just him. He did play this multiple times, and I didn't watch all of it, so it might be this. So yeah, everyone can go fuck themselves. Well, he stands up and pressing me because I'm fairly sure I couldn't even if I wanted to. He yells extremely loud as he's oh shit, it's night. As he lost the concept of volume. I wince and almost want to cover my ears. Ah! How nice it would have been if I could have been down there. But no! You see, thinking like that is a trap. You think you're missing out on something. But at least at the end of the road, it's nothing but despair. Kenji snatches back the bottle and leans back his head, attempting to pour the alcohol into his mouth, but just ends up drenching himself in it. Damn it! See, my aim is terrible. A bad thing about drinking is that it only gets worse the longer you go. Today is the day of despair. His voice immediately drops to almost a whisper, but he starts talking much faster than before. I don't like this music. Slightly slurring his words for the whiskey. As he talks, he waves the bottle around, spilling some of it here and there. How big is this fucking bottle? I was imagining average whiskey, like, if we're this plastered, it should be gone. Yeah, you know what? The most shocking event of my life? I have a hazy recollection of him telling me the second most shocking event in his life, which was a bird pooping on his head. I don't have a particularly great expectations on this, but I nod at him to continue anyway. You wouldn't think it, but I had a girlfriend here once. I think it was last year. Holy shit. Yeah, I just blew your mind, huh? Yeah! See, I have never told that to anyone. It's true, the thought does blow my mind. Suddenly I want the bottle. I take it from Kenji, knock back as much as I can. I was more innocent back then. I thought she was sane, unlike most women. But then, one day, we engaged in sexual intercourse. It was pretty okay. But then immediately following the event, that is the point of all such things, something strange and scary happened. He throws himself up against the fence, leaning on it, his eyes narrowed. I started feeling incredibly tired and sleepy. This isn't normal, man. What the fuck? I mean, normally, there would be a high tension adrenaline pumping movement of anyone's life, but my energy levels were dropping like a brick. Something sinister was in the works. I could feel it. That is when I knew that women are dangerous, sapping the life force out of all men. You were just tired after having sex. God damn it, Kenji. All men through this, the one commodity that is almost solely theirs to control. Sickening. Yeah, you're better off, dude. Kenji was right. This really is the day of despair. I drink more to avoid having to process what he just said. I am the last sane man in an insane world. When other people realize it, there will be a war. A great war between men and the forces of feminism. But the problem is that not all men will fight on our side. Shit sucks. I could set the bar kinda low. Any men are fine. But not the dudes raised by their moms or their sisters, that's for sure. And nobody... What? And nobody into dick girl porn. Ew! Ha! That situation seems unlikely to me. Like it wouldn't happen. Like it's not very likely to happen. The alcohol must be working. Regardless, I still feel depressed that I'm up here today. I wasn't really looking forward to the festival with the same excitement as the rest of the school, but still, it would have been nice to have gone with someone. From up here, it certainly sounded like everyone's having fun. Maybe I am missing out. It's just that there was no one I could have gone with. Or maybe there was. So many opportunities looking back on it now. I must have squandered so many of them. Damn, this is true despair. The worst part is that sometimes I feel like I have no choices in my life, you know? Like I never had a chance to make a decision. Shit just happens. Like it was all pre-programmed, like fate or something. Like there's no way I can have a say in what I do. Quick, ask me a question. Now! I can't really. See? This is just another example of it. Damn, shit, damn. Do you see? Now when I'm trying to go against my destiny and take charge of my life, the opportunity isn't even there. Damn, man. You have failed me. Failed me for the last time, jerk. He slides to his knees, then falls over onto his side, lying on the gravel of the roof. Hey, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Can't you see I'm in despair? He speaks in a sarcastic tone. Suddenly, Kenji sits up, clumsily pats himself clean, puts his hands out towards me to reach for the bottle. I put it in his hands. What the hell? Damn, you killed almost the entire bottle. See? It's like I have no options in life. Is this how it's going to be for the rest of the time? Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like that for the rest of the time. Whatever he's talking about, my head is spinning. I get up and lean against the fence, hoping it helps me focus a little. Yeah, I know. We have to fight the power with all we got. It's the only way to live. You're an alright guy. This brotherly bond is what keeps me going in these dark times. No. No romantic music. No, 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 no. 999. We should go trolling women. Rolling women? What? Trolling women. Trolling for women. We have to do it now before I lose this alcohol-related courage. He's gesturing wildly, madly even. I take a step backwards. He takes a step forward. No! What's the matter with you? Not in the mood for ah! To be frank, no. I take another step backward. He takes another step forward. He leans in extremely uncomfortably close. What the hell? Stop leaning in like that. It bothers me. Leaning in like what? Hey, you shouldn't lean against the fence like that. It's kind of unsafe. Oh, I try to move away from Kenji, but my balance isn't so good. Reeling from dizziness, I grab at once on the fence. I grab one of the fence posts, but then feel it give way as soon as I put my weight on it. This isn't good. Though my alcohol-addled brain doesn't seem to be quite able to registering why. Kenji's face seems to become smaller, though, which is a bit of a relief. Much smaller, in fact. So rapidly so. There seems to be a bit of wind now. Somehow, it makes me feel almost weightless. I feel dazed, like my mind has gone blank. I am falling? I can see the night sky as I turn over in the air. The bottle floats out of my fingertips and disappears into the thin air as I fall. I realize that this is a fitting end to a truly, truly bad day. The fuck just happened? Fuck! Are you kidding me? I don't know how to get to Shizune's then. So because Kenji was trying to kiss me, I died. Well, there's an extra walkthrough for you. The one where I die. God damn, I knew going up with Kenji was a bad idea. I told you. I told everyone. I was like, no, 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 no. I shouldn't have leaned back. Should have just, I don't know, done something. Yeah, thanks, 4 Leaf Studios. If you don't choose someone in time, you get fucking killed. I don't know how to get I'm gonna have to look that up. Well.